Bah. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, it is that time for another DVD slash Blu-ray update. And I've got one VHS in this one also. I just couldn't pass it up. I was down at my buddy's shop and I saw it there, and he actually gave it to me for free, which is fucking awesome. Big ups to Larry. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, this is everything I've got in the month of February. I think my last update was about a week into February, but this is what I've accumulated over the month. Yeah, I said it wasn't going to be that big. It actually turned out that it's pretty big. I actually haven't received a bunch of stuff that I did order, which will be in the next month, which is fine because ultimately these just get way too fucking big, as we all know. So without further ado, let's get right into this bullshit. So, fuck, my table's wet there. First up here from Scream Factory, we've got New Year's Evil. As you can see, I've changed the cover art. I actually really like this, man. It's a change. I have the DVD of this too, so the DVD R or whatever the fuck it is, so I got that cover art too, but yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty damn good transfer on this, I have to say. Looks pretty good. I've never really been overly the hugest fan of New Year's Evil. I do like it. I think the script is a little kind of lame at times. It just could have been better, you know, in my opinion, but it's an okay film. Yeah, it's okay. New Year's Evil, good release by Scream Factory though. Next up here from Scream Factory also is a film I'd actually never seen until this week, which is so fucking surprising. I always put this one off for years because I'm not really the hugest fan of the films. I mean, I do like them, but something about the story, and that is Phantom of the Opera, with, of course, Robert Englund. Yeah, this one really blew my socks off, man. I was really impressed with this. Great gore, great set pieces, great locations, good acting. Just everything about the film was really enjoyable. I was really surprised by the gore, though. But yeah, this is one of my favorite, versions of the Phantom of the Opera story, to be honest. But yeah, pretty cool release. The transfer is a little. It's a little above average in my opinion. There's times where it looks better than others, but it's decent. Phantom of the Opera from Scream Factory, cool shit. Next up here, big shout out to my man Zach, because I know he's been razzing me over this release. I was never excited for this when Scream Factory announced it, but it's two films I didn't have, and of course I buy everything by Scream Factory, so I had to grab it anyways. And that's a double feature of Vampire's Kiss and High Spirits. I'll start with High Spirits, little bit of a children's film. It's enjoyable at times. It's not like my favorite thing in the world. I didn't really care for it all that much. It's got a crazy cast. A lot of people are in this one. Daryl Hannah, of course, Steve Guttenberg, Peter O'Toole, list goes on. It's okay. But Vampire's Kiss, fucking, I was expecting to hate, and it turned out I actually really enjoyed it. I think Nicolas Cage's performance in this film has to be the most over-the-top performance I've ever seen in a film. It's ridiculous. It's so fucking far-fetched and just outrageous, but the storyline is crazy. The structure, it's just nothing what I expected. I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. It's more of a psychological film, and it's fucking hilarious, man. There's some parts in this film that had me busting the gut. It's ridiculous, man. It has to be one of the most unique performances ever, but it's up for you to judge. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody because it's that outrageous, but I enjoyed it, man. I thought it was fun as hell. And last up for the Scream Factory Blu-rays is Love at First Bite and Once Bitten. I actually just got this in the mail yesterday. I have not watched either one of these films, so I can't comment on the transfers. I will say actually the transfers on these ones, really good. Really impressed with those. These ones, I've seen Once Bitten before, I believe way back in the day. I've never seen Love at First Bite. I'm not really overly excited to watch these movies because they're PG, vampire comedies, that whole combination is just shitty to me, man. Vamp comedies are not really my favorite thing in PG films, but I don't know. I'll eventually get around to watching them though. And then next up here from Cult Epics, another fantastic release, and that's Necromantic 2. Yeah, I was actually surprised mine shipped when it did. Because generally when I order these films, they just never seem to fucking ship on time. But I did get it in time to do the show, so we recorded the podcast last night. Feature review was Necromantic 2, so that'll be posted on probably Monday. But yeah, awesome release. I think, you know, I'm not going to really get into it. You can check out the podcast, but we had a pretty interesting conversation about this one. But awesome release by Cult Epics. Next up here is a film that I heard nothing but good things about last year. I never got to see it until now, so I think this one's going to be eligible for my top list at the end of the year. So, and that is Starry Eyes. This was really enjoyable. I really like this film. I have a little bit of little minor issues with it, but overall, really enjoyable shit. It kind of went batshit crazy at the end, which I really enjoyed, but awesome fucking movie, man. Definitely check out Starry Eyes if you've never seen it before. It's worth it. Really great, newer horror flick. Next up here is a third installment of VHS Viral. I had to grab this. It was like 14 or 12 or 14. I can't remember. On Blu-ray, which, you know, I generally don't see them that cheap around here when they first come out. So that was cool. So I did watch this. I have to say it's definitely my least favorite out of the three. I thought all three stories had lots of potential, but none of them really kind of delivered for me. My least favorite was definitely the middle one, the Spanish one, about the time kind of warp, alternate reality type thing. I think it started out awesome and then it just went batshit retarded. Didn't really make any sense. But you know, this one just could have been a lot better. It's not horrible, but just it leaves you wanting so much more, man. I don't know. It's okay though. Next up here is I finally grabbed this. I can't believe I never even had this on DVD. Super cheap. It was only like $9 on Blu-ray, and that's Firestarter. I haven't watched this copy yet, but I've seen this movie many times. It's very enjoyable. Just another one to tick off my Stephen King collection. Pretty much have almost every film that Stephen King, you know, wrote. Or that adaptations of Stephen King's work, but Firestarter, pretty awesome film. I enjoy it. Next up here is the Rob Zombie Horror Picture Show. I was actually going to buy this the other day brand new, and I was down at my buddy's shop, and he had it in there, so he gave it to me for $5. So again, big ups to Larry. That's awesome, man. I've been wanting to check this out for so long. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it, which is kind of crazy because, you know, it is Rob Zombie, but I mean, I guess maybe that's the reason why. But I don't know, man. It just looks really cool. You know, live show, a bunch of crazy shit going on for every song. It's kind of like his version of The Wall, I guess. I don't know really what it is, but yeah, looks pretty fucking cool. Next few here, not really so much horror, but we got The Proposition here. I thought this was a fantastic Western, newer Western. I thought this was really fucking enjoyable. Finally got around to grabbing this. Actually grabbed it at my buddy's shop also. I thought this was a really good one, man. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about it with Guy Pearce. Good stuff, man. If you've never seen The Proposition, check this shit out, man. It's fucking great if you're into Westerns. Next up here was a recommendation from my boy Zach. I've heard of this movie. I just never really knew what the hell it was. And that is Soylent Green, of course, with Charlton Heston. This is a fucking really enjoyable film. I love the setting of this movie. I love the way it looks. It's kind of got this like green kind of glaze hue to the film. Hence the, you know, the movie's about the greenhouse effect is taking over the world. It's just gone to shit and there's like no food supply and people are like really fucking starving to death and shit. And Charlton Heston plays a detective. He's investigating this murder of this really rich guy and becomes involved with this girl that lives in the house. Really awesome stuff, man. Great ending to the film. I highly recommend Soylent Green. It was fucking awesome, man. Great flick. Another recommendation from my boy Zach. And this movie was awesome too. It starts out so different than what I was expecting. Then it gets pretty crazy. It's really intense, and that is Sorcerer. I know there's a digibook version of this, but as you know, I'm not really a big digibook fan or collector. I like digibooks, I just don't really collect a lot of them. But yeah, Sorcerer, this is fucking awesome. Really great adrenaline rush. Good film. Awesome stuff. Next up here, I got the sequel to Westworld. Fuck, I forgot the title for a minute there. And that is Future World. I have yet to see this one. Really looking forward to it, man. I like Westworld, man. It's a good film. So, and this is released by Shout Factory. Still sealed up. So, looking forward to checking that one out. Got that for really cheap, actually. Speaking of cheap Blu-rays, man, I got this one for like $9. Brand new, and that was Expendables 3. I did watch this one also. It's definitely my least favorite out of the three. I thought the new guys, or the new characters that they brought in were, whatever. I thought Ronda Rousey was actually pretty good. She kind of showcased some of her MMA skills in the film. But overall, it was kind of disappointing because, Jet Li was only in it for like a minute. I thought they underutilized a lot of the characters. Harrison Ford's character, Schwarzenegger, Dolph Lundgren doesn't really say a whole lot in this movie, which was disappointing. But I heard that Stallone is, for the fourth installment, they're going to go back to like the rated R type film. So that's, I'm really looking forward to that. So, but it's not a horrible film. It's still entertaining, but just not great. And then I grabbed this one for $9 too, I think. And that's Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. I have yet to watch this one. I love the original Sin City. I think it's fantastic. Great fucking movie. But yeah, I've heard good things about this one, so I'm really looking forward to checking this out. And I was just happy to see it go down from like $24 to $9, kind of overnight. So that was cool. Picked that one up. And grabbed this for $20. I was so stoked, man. And that is the Vengeance Trilogy box set on Blu-ray. Really fucking cool stuff, man. I thought that was just such a great deal. Of course, you got Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, which is awesome, and Lady Vengeance. Yeah, can't go wrong with those. They're in the slim lines, but it's all good, man. All good in the hood for $20. Can't beat that shit right there. Awesome stuff. And yeah, I forgot to show off the VHS that I actually grabbed. My buddy gave me this free, and that is the Evil Dead Anchor Bay clam. Pretty cool stuff, man. Every time I see Evil Dead stuff sitting in the used shop, I always have to grab it because, as you know, the Evil Dead is one of my favorite movies of all time. You can probably see the poster in the background, maybe. Love Evil Dead, man. Really good stuff, so. Yeah! I'm fucking ripping through this shit right now, man. I just don't want this update to be an hour long again. I'm drinking coffee to boot. Okay, on to the DVDs here. First up here from Bruno Mattei, I'll show this one first, is Island of the Living Dead. I did a review for this on the podcast last night. Fucking so much fun, man. This is just, I love movies like this, man. Really great stuff. About these treasure hunters that get trapped on this island, and of course there's zombies, and there's just blatant rip-offs in this film. Like the opening scene of Night of the Living Dead in the graveyard is like line for line in this. It's so fucking funny. A lot of other kind of rip-off parts, but so enjoyable. And then we got Zombies the Beginning, which is not the beginning. This is the direct sequel to Island of the Living Dead. It starts off right where the last one left off, but totally ignored exactly how the movie ended, if that makes any sense. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, this movie right here is a direct rip-off of Aliens 2, or of Aliens 2, of Aliens. It has the exact storyline to the movie Aliens, which is so funny. It's got like the Terminator 2 fucking theme in it. There's footage from Crimson Tide. You can see Viggo Mortensen in the film. It's fucking ridiculous, man, but so enjoyable. Absolutely a blast. They have, all practical effects, so that was awesome. Intervision did a great job with these releases. Happy to see these finally get released. And yeah, Bruno Mattei goodness, man. Check these out. Really fucking fun shit, man. Had a blast. Watch them back to back as a double feature. It's the way to do it, man. Alright, so continue along with the DVDs here. We've got The Depraved. I also did a review for this one here. It's okay. I was kind of let down by it. Pretty average, kind of cliched, but, I don't really want to get into it more. I'm going to kind of rip through this, but yeah. So, The Depraved. Next up here, we've got a Canadian Zomcom called The Mad. I seen this actually on Terror for Tom's channel when he's doing a shelf by shelf, and I was like, cool. And he actually said he really enjoyed it. So I remember seeing this around, and I just never grabbed it because I actually thought it looked shitty. But he said it was pretty good, so I checked it out, and I actually really enjoyed it, man. It was good shit, man. It got Billy Zane in it. It's got Maggie Castle in it also, which she's super sexy, from Todd and the Book of Pure Evil. If you guys have ever seen that Canadian TV series, fucking awesome show. But this was highly enjoyable, man. It, about people eating tainted hamburger and basically kind of turning into zombies. It's fucking funny, man. Good time. The Mad. Really, really cheap. It was like $8 brand new or something. Next up here is a new Robert Englund film called Fear Clinic. I thought this had a really, really cool idea, man. Really awesome, cool idea. Awesome, cool idea. Jesus. I thought it was executed a little over the top at times, kind of a little muffled. But it was still very enjoyable. I thought it was really well done, actually. It kind of surprised me. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot, so it did come in a little better for me. And yeah, it was cool to see Corey Taylor in this film, lead singer of Slipknot. Just even a part, actually, where he gets in this vehicle and he's listening to himself. It's pretty fucking funny, actually. But yeah, enjoyable, man. I would recommend this. Cool stuff. Next up here is a couple trailer compilations. I love these trailer compilations. This one was originally released on VHS, I believe, back in the 80s, 87. And that's Mad Ron's Previews from Hell. Yeah, I love trailer compilations, man. This one's got, trailer. I'm not going to name them all off, but of course it's got I Drink Your Blood on here, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Deranged, 3 and a Meat Hook, The Corpse Grinders, The Undertaker and Its Pals, Love Me Deadly, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, The Maniacs Are Loose, Cannibal Girl's Torso. Shit like that. You get the point. Really cool stuff, though. I highly, highly recommend this. It's kind of cheesy at times because they had like little skits in between some of the trailers and shit, and it was like zombies in the theater. It was kind of like shot on video stuff, but really awesome, really fun stuff. It doesn't run very long. It's only about 85 minutes long, which was interesting. One of the shorter compilation ones I've ever seen. And then this is the sequel that came out, I believe, recently, actually, 2012, and it's called Celluloid Bloodbath, More Previews from Hell, which I have not actually popped this one in yet. I'm actually thinking about watching this later, to be honest, but this one's got trailers from a lot of pretty fucking cool-ass films. Squirms on here, Willard, The Baby, The Worm Eaters, awesome. Astro Zombies, some more Ted V. Michaels. Like, there's lots of cool shit on here, but if you can see that right there. Yeah. Love me some trailer compilations. Next up here is a really, really fucking fun one, man. I seen this on Jugchord's. He was doing a shelf by shelf, and I was like, damn, I remember seeing this movie on Amazon one time, and I just passed it up. Again, I thought it looked kind of shitty, but he said it was really fun. And Jug, he's got very, very similar taste to mine. We like our low-budget, trashy shit. And that's kind of what I was expecting from this one. That's Night Feeders. This was fucking fun, man. Really simple storybook. A bunch of guys out in the forest deer hunting. Some like kind of comet asteroid thing crashes to Earth and unleashes these creatures, these Night Feeders, and they have to battle them for survival and shit. It's pretty fucking fun. The CG on the creatures is so funny too. But it totally fits, this type comedy. It's really fun, though. I had a blast with this. And it gets pretty fucking gory, actually. Fun stuff, but big shout out to my man Jugchord for recommending me that. Didn't even know he recommended it, but thanks, buddy. Next up is a film called Pretty Dead. I remember seeing this one. I think I saw it on Amazon. I thought it looked like shit, man. Like, just the cover. It actually wasn't too bad. It definitely has some pretty flat acting in it, but it's got a pretty interesting, kind of complex storyline that I really don't want to get into. I talked about this, I believe, on last week's cast. So if you guys listen to that, you can check out that little mini review. But pretty interesting premise, actually. I thought it was not bad, so Pretty Dead. Interesting. Next up is one that I was so looking forward to. Ever since I first saw this kind of on Amazon, I had to check it out. I love the cover art. It just sounded cool. Heard nothing bad about it, and that's The Demon's Rook. Holy fuck, man. This movie was fantastic. Like, everything about this one was super cool, man. Great looking demons and great gore. All the creatures looked awesome in this. It was just a fun film, kind of a throwback type film. I highly recommend The Demon's Rook, man. This is one of the better films I've seen in a while. I had a blast with this. I'm going to revisit this one soon again. So, The Demon's Rook, great stuff. Next up is a film that I believe was recommended to me by, I want to say, Horrorsball? I think Horrorsball talked about this one, and I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And that's The Canal. It's got a very similar premise to, like, Sinister, in a way, about this film archivist that is watching this film because he's got to file it somehow. Sees his house in there. Starts investigating, of course. There were some murders that happened in his house, and then, of course, after that happens, or after he finds out that, some crazy shit starts happening, and his wife ends up dead, and then there's investigation, and, yeah, it's actually pretty fun, man. I thought it was really kind of creepy at times, and shot well, and acted well. I highly recommend the Canal. The Canal. It was cool, man. It was really good. It's cheap on Amazon.ca. I think it's only like $9, or maybe this one's $12. I'm not sure. Next up is a Walmart blind buy pickup. I just grabbed it because it was $9, and that is The Scare House. This is a Canadian flick about these girls that are wanting to get revenge on these girls that fucked them over, and this takes place on Halloween night. So they basically set up this scare house. You know, it's like one of those walk-through type deals. Anyways, they call these girls in one by one, and they torture them and do crazy shit to them. I just thought that their actions weren't really warranted. You know, like, it didn't seem that the girls did that bad of shit to them. I don't know, man. This movie kind of bugged me a little bit, to be honest, but I don't know. I don't recommend it. Wasn't that great. Next up here is a film that I really enjoyed. I thought this had a really neat and interesting structure to the film. Good acting. It was well executed. And that is Poker Night. This is the Canadian edition with the shittier cover art. I like the American one better, the macabre release. This one is released by Raven Banner in Canada. Company releases all the American stuff, but yeah, this is fucking awesome about a bunch of cops that have this poker night and they tell stories, and yeah, I don't really want to give anything away, but it was really a good film, man. Ron Perlman was great in this, and lots of good acting. Cool stuff. I recommend this one. Fun shit. And yes, I was so happy to find this because it went from like, this DVD was like $24 up here. And I go into Walmart one day and it's marked down to 10 as I haven't taken the sticker off yet. And it is As Above, So Below. This one made my top 30 last year. I thought this was really well done. Really great found footage film. Kind of forget that you're even watching found footage. Which is fantastic, man. You can never beat that when that happens. So, really crazy, awesome setting in the catacombs. I'm sure everyone knows about this one, but I highly recommend this movie. Awesome stuff. Just really cool to get that slipcover too, because it's awesome. So, yeah. Secondhand pickup from my buddy's shop, and that's Jennifer Connelly in Dark Water, the American remake. I actually seen this movie in the theater, and I didn't really care for it, to be honest, but I thought I'd grab it today. He gave it to me for a couple bucks, and just wanted to revisit it because this is the darker cut, plus it's widescreen, so anything Jennifer Connelly, I'm a sucker for. She's like, I've had a crush on her since 1985. But yeah, I'm going to revisit this one. Try that one out again. And this was kind of an interesting pickup at his shop here today. 964 Pinocchio, released by Unearthed Films for a couple bucks. This movie came out in 1991. Now it says it's a cyberpunk type film. This one looks interesting. If you know anything about this one, let me know if it's any good or whatnot. I'm definitely going to be watching this one pretty soon. So yeah, I didn't even know Unearthed had released this film for some weird reason. I guess I just overlooked it, but yeah, cool stuff. Another cheapy pickup here. I grabbed this one because it was there, and I was like, oh, it just looks so fucking bad. Like, so bad. And that is Blubberella. I mean, really, the tagline, half vampire, 2.5 woman. Seriously? This shit is fucking ridiculous, but I'm gonna check it out, man, because I don't know. I just don't, I don't know what to think of it, so. And then this one was interesting. It kind of caught my eye and realized it was actually a Canadian flick, and it's called The Dead Sleep Easy. It doesn't really look that great or anything, but it was released by Anchor Bay, newer Anchor Bay, but I thought I'd give this one a shot, man. It's just a couple dollars, so Why not? Who knows? It could be a gem. Could be a raging piece of shit, though, too. Next up here is, I didn't grab the Blu-ray because I heard this is really not great. If I do enjoy this, I think I might upgrade it, though, because I have the limited edition illustrated book of the first one. The one that was limited to 666 copies, which is really cool. I wish I had done something like that for this one. And that's the ABCs of Death 2. So I grabbed it on DVD because it was really cheap, man. It was only like $10 brand new, so... You know, I am looking forward to checking this out. The first ABCs of Death, I only liked 12 of the 26 shorts in it, so it came up a little short for me. Even though I still kind of recommended it because some of the ones I did like were really strong. But I'm hoping this one's good. I've heard mixed reviews. Even today I heard someone say that they really enjoyed it. Actually, I think it was Terror for Tom. I was watching his update and he said that he enjoyed almost every single one in here. But then my podcast mate Jeremy said he hated this with a passion. But who knows? This is the reason why you got to check out shit for yourself. You never listen to someone's fucking opinion. ABCs of Death 2. Looking forward to that shit. Next up here from Scorpion. Finally got my hands on this one. I don't know what the hell took me so long to fucking pick this one up. And that is Night of the Cobra Woman. I enjoyed it, man. I thought it was pretty good. It's nothing spectacular, but I like these movies, man. I think Scorpion does a great job with the releases. I try to pretty much buy everything that Scorpion puts out because, you know, they find some gems. So, yeah. That's that. And we have a sealed copy of of Nightmare on DVD by Code Red. Now, I'm not going to get into the story of why I just received this in the mail. You can wait till Monday and check out the podcast. This is a really fucking bizarre story. I got this with Death Machines in the mail, and it's really, really random. So check out that story. It's at the beginning of the podcast, episode 44. This is really bizarre. I actually have this on Blu-ray already. I have the Code Red Blu-ray. I don't want to get into the story because it'll take me 20 minutes again to tell it, but a really fucked up story. So I have another copy of Nightmare. A really sought out fucking DVD. So really, really fucked up. And last up for the DVDs before I get into some mixed genre stuff. But stick around for it because it's actually got some pretty cool stuff. I grabbed the complete series of the Drac Pack. This is a show done by Barbara, of course, from Scooby-Doo fame. I've never actually checked this out. I picked this up. Me and Zach were Skyping one night and came across this for super cheap on Amazon.ca. It was like $18 on .com, and I got 2 of these. I grabbed one for my boy Zach, which I will be sending out to you, buddy, pretty damn quick. So I'm just waiting for that other box set to come in. And these were $7 for the complete series. So I love my animated fucking cartoon shit, man. Everybody knows that. I love it. So, but yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, and we'll come back with some more DVDs. So stick around, people. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it was a little bit of a break time there. I had to stop the camera because I can only record 30 minutes. So I thought it was a good time to stop it, and we'll continue along with the rest of the DVDs. Got some pretty cool stuff in here, actually, man. Some good finds today. So we'll get right into this here. Just need to hop myself up on some more caffeine, you know what I'm saying? First up here, I got 3 John Water films today. From my boy's shop, of course. Gave them to me for like a couple bucks a piece. And it was kind of a good score because I know this one's a little more expensive. And I can't believe I didn't have a copy of this movie because it's such a fucked up movie. And that is Pink Flamingos. Finally got my ass a copy of Pink Flamingos. I just recently watched the documentary on Divine called I Am Divine. And I highly recommend that. If you don't know much about Divine, definitely check it out because it was nothing but a learning... It was just, I learned so much watching that documentary. I didn't know that he had 4 albums out in the 80s, like pop records. Fucking blew my mind. But really cool dude, man. Like, I don't know, man. I thought he was a really interesting documentary. And it was just cool to hear the stories from John Waters and everything, but we all know what this movie's famous for, of course, Divine eating the real dog shit in this movie. Fucking nasty, but... So, grab that one right there. Also grab Female Trouble, which I didn't have a copy of. This is another real sleazy type, ridiculous film by John Waters. Great stuff. And last up, I grabbed Pecker. I didn't have a copy of this. I really enjoy this movie. I think it's just quirky fucking retardedness. Of course, with Edward Furlong. Yeah, interesting shit. And oh man, I don't know if this is on Blu-ray. I don't think it is, but I can't fucking understand why it isn't, because this is a fantastic flick, and that is To Live and Die in L.A. This is just an awesome, awesome movie, man. If you've never seen this flick, definitely give it a shot. It's awesome. Yeah, love this shit. Another great couple dollar pickup right there. I grabbed this one because I didn't have a copy of it. I believe this is on Blu-ray, but I don't really give a shit, man. It was $2, so... and that is Hard Target, Van Damme's Hard Target. This is such a fun movie, man. I love watching these older Van Damme films. They always crack me up. I mean, you can't go wrong, man. You know, just throw it on. Just mindless fun, man. So, Van Damme. I can't believe I didn't have a copy of this flick, man. This is so crazy. I love this movie. Gary Oldman in this film is just so outstanding. That's Sid and Nancy. Fuck, man. I haven't watched this movie in years. I can't wait to revisit this one, man. But I remember just loving this flick when I first seen it. So that was another cool find today. And this was awesome. Because I'm pretty sure this is out of print. And it might go for a little bit of money. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm probably wrong because I usually am. And that is Hardcore Logo. I really enjoyed this flick, man. I think this is an awesome, awesome fucking movie. When did this shit come out? I can't remember. I don't know, man. I can't even remember when it came out, but this is some fun-ass shit. Have you ever seen Hardcore Logo? Awesome punk shit. Cool, cool shit. Get a bunch of, like, Asian... Somebody dropped off, like, a shitload of Asian kind of samurai and kung fu movies and stuff. I didn't really grab any of them except for this one. This was released by Tokyo Shock, so I grabbed it. And that is Samurai Resurrection. I don't know anything about it, but it's Tokyo Shock release, so I had to grab it for a couple bucks. Kind of cool, actually. It's fucking double disc, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, if you know anything about this one, let a brother know. Next up here is, I'm not sure if I have this on DVD or not, but if I do, I guess I have 2 copies, but I'm pretty sure I don't, because I know I have a bunch of Pam Grier flicks, and I can't remember what I have, and I have a lot of these Soul Cinema ones, and that's Coffee. I know I have Foxy Brown, but yeah, I love Coffee, man. She's so fucking badass. So badass, just her titties all the time. Man, I love these black exploitation films. Every time I come across anything Soul Cinema in the wild, I always grab it, because I think they're all out of print, and some of them go for decent money. But if you ever see these in the wild, grab them because they're kind of cool. I know this has been released by Arrow on Blu-ray. I guess if it gets a release over here, I'll grab it, but I'm not going out of my way to grab those things. But fantastic flick, man. I love Coffee. Great stuff. The next 4 here are something weird video releases. And I usually never find these out in the wild. I only found 3 of these in the wild. One I did order off Amazon. It was a recommendation from my boy Zach. And this first one here is called Strip Strip Hooray. This one actually has 6 movies on it on 2 discs. Just some 60s sleaze right here. And it's containing Midnight Frolics, Everybody's Girl, French Follies, B-Girl Rap City, The ABCs of Love, and A Night in Hollywood. Fuck, man. I never come across something weird videos in the wild. This is awesome. Apparently some dude was moving and he dropped off like a lot of his movies and shit, so that was awesome. So this is straight out of someone's collection. And he actually has some pretty good shit, so a lot of the stuff I already had, which is unfortunate, but yeah, that was kind of a cool find. This next one here, it just made me laugh. I had to grab it. It's called The Erotic Adventures of Zorro. Now the back made me laugh. It says, "Warning, this program contains nudity." Ooh, nudity. Yeah, something weird video, man. They find the fucking oddest shit, man. Oddest stuff they put out. This was a cool find, man. I've always wanted to check these out, man. I've seen this one around before, like on Amazon and certain places. And that is Betty Page in Varieties and Teaserama. Yeah, these sleazy flicks, man. Fuck, you gotta love them. Looking forward to that shit, man. Should be really cool. And yeah, this was recommended by my boy Zach. He said definitely check it out for Scum of the Earth, and of course comes with the Defilers also. So this one's still sealed, but yeah, I think this is the most something weird videos I've ever picked up in one fucking update. But yeah, so that's pretty damn cool. Moving along here to the other Code Red one that came in the mail, and like I said, check out the my story on the podcast because it's just so fucking weird and odd. And that's Death Machines. I've been looking forward to seeing this for, well, over a year. So, but yeah, very, very cool stuff, man. This looks like cheesy fun. And from Scorpion, we've got a film called Green Ice. I didn't know anything about this one. I basically just grabbed this because of the cover, and that was a Scorpion release. This was pretty enjoyable. I thought it was a little slow in parts. Of course, Green Ice referring to the green emeralds in this. It's got a lot of shit going on in this one, but pretty interesting flick. I thought it was okay. And yeah, on to the box sets. First up here, we've got one called Horror 101. This is a pretty interesting release. It comes in one of these fat packs here, and all the movies are on separate discs, which is pretty cool. So you got 4 movies on 4 discs. I've watched 3 of the 4 movies so far. This thing contains Death of a Ghost Hunter, Zaw Zombies Anonymous, Beneath the Surface, and Murder Loves Killers 2. I haven't watched Death of a Ghost Hunter. I actually started it, but I had to go do something. I only got about 15 minutes in. So Zaw Zombies Anonymous was okay. The ending was, if you can sit through the film, the ending was actually pretty good and gory. Still pretty average. Beneath the Surface I thought was boring as shit, about a guy that's in love with this girl. She ends up getting killed by her boyfriend. He digs her up, resurrects her to avenge her death. It's pretty boring, not really the greatest. Murder Loves Killers 2, about a group of kids that go to a fucking... they rent this cabin in the woods type deal. They don't know that the guy that rented it out is actually hiding down below. Starts picking them off one by one. But the ending was pretty kick-ass in that. So far 3 out of the 4 pretty lackluster. But it was only $12 for the box set. So whatever, kind of cool. Released by Will Go USA. They're low budget, but they're okay. You know, they're not terrible. And I ordered this like a month and a half ago. I was supposed to have it in my last update, but... I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but I finally got the 3rd volume out of the 4. I think there is a 5th volume, but it's like super hard to get. So I've got all 4 volumes now, anyways, of the Rare Flicks releases. This one's actually kind of interesting. The first volume actually says Code Red, because these were Code Red / Shriek Show releases. And this 3-pack contains The Ninja Strikes Back, which looks fucking fantastic. Lady Street Fighter, which is directed by the same guy that did Don't Go in the Woods, James Byron, which that's enticing. And this one right here is called Revenge of the... What is it called? Of the Bushido Blade? Revenge of the Bushido... It's another ninja film. Love me some ninja films, man. I can't wait for Kino's releases that are coming out. Oh yeah, Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja. That's going to be fucking amazing. But yeah, very cool. So I've got these 4 box sets now. And that was really cheap, actually. That was only about $10, I think. I can't remember. Grabbed this one today. Finally got my hands on this. My buddy gave it to me for $5. The box set's a little tattered up, but I love this series, man. Released by Shout Factory, actually, and that's Freaks and Geeks. Man, I love this series, man. What a fucking cast in this, too, man. James Franco, of course, Seth Rogen, among people, right? Everybody knows about this show, but this is awesome, man. Really cool stuff, you know. The pack is like this. It's got the discs like that, so... pretty cool, man. I mean, I can't beat it. $5 for Shout Factory. You know the quality is going to be good. But yeah, Freaks and Geeks complete series. I've seen that series like 3 times. It was only 1 season, so... And, okay, we've come to the last part of the update. Finally got my hands on this box set. I've been wanting this for fucking ever. And I finally pulled the trigger on it because it randomly dropped down from $120 down to 60, I believe. Me and Zach one night were Skyping, fucking around on Amazon. And actually, right after I bought this, the next day it went back up to $120, $122. So I got it for $60, and that is the complete Masters of Universe 30th commemorative collection. So this basically has the entire original He-Man series from 83 to 85. It's got all 130 episodes. It's got He-Man Adventures, fan favorites. It's got 20 episodes of that, and it's got the complete series of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe from 2002 to 2004, which is all 39 episodes. Adventures of He-Man from 1990 and 91. I never actually remembered that one. I remember the one from the 2000s when it got... I don't remember the one from the 90s. It's so weird. I started watching these, man. God, they're so nostalgic, man. Really fucking awesome stuff. But yeah, this is a great box set. Really hefty shit. Limited edition to 15,000. It says right there. I don't know if you guys can read that. Probably not, because it's got this clear packaging on it. Got number 4533. So that's interesting. But Masters of the Universe complete series. Awesome stuff. I love me some fucking cartoons, man. I love watching that shit. I'm starting to get quite the collection of that shit too. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this update, guys. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, comment on anything that I haven't watched or whatever. So I know there's actually a lot more non-horror stuff in here than I usually have, but you know, I watch, you know, a lot of that cult shit too. So anyways, guys, till next time. See you guys at the end of March, and yeah, like I promised, this one wasn't going to be as big as the last one. It's definitely not as big as the last two. March is going to be pretty scrawny. I do have a bunch of things coming in, but it might be about the same as this. I don't know. Probably not. There's not really a lot coming out in March that I really want. April is the month. It's got like 8 fucking Scream Factory releases that's coming out that month. A couple others that got delayed into that month. So anyways, guys, it's going to do it, man. I'm out of here. Peace.